Yes, it's your mom's basement. Hi, we are live. It is a Monday, not Sunday. I'm sorry. I apologize because I had to work last night, so we had to move it to Monday. So if you're actually here, we still love you. What's up, YMB fam? We got the chat going. We're gonna definitely be doing that. I'm just kind of killing time right now while the people start watching and start getting our viewers in. In any case, what is your mom's basement? It is an interactive comic book club. It's because I couldn't find a comic book club in comic shops, so I decided to start one on the internet. And that's why I've got my friend Savanna and Ian here tonight. And basically, we just pick a comic at the beginning of the week, and then we read it, and then we all talk about it here. We'll also talk about new releases. Sometimes we talk about pop culture, like the Preacher show that we're all going crazy about right now. Savannah got a new tattoo this week. We're definitely going to make her try to show that off because that was hilarious before the show.
No. What? No. No.
And so this week we're going to be talking about East of West Volume 1 by Jonathan Hickman, as recommended by one of our close YMB fan crew people, Samurai Ox, who I'm kind of bummed is not going to be a part of the show tonight. But I'm going to give him all the shout-outs and the recommendation, and hopefully we can keep that conversation going in the comments down below when the show gets archived on the YouTube channel. So that is fucking rad. Also, this might be a shorter episode tonight because it is fucking balls soup in LA and Southern California.
I'm melting. Ian's melting. The dogs are all dying.
Dude,
the sky is falling. It's just horrible.
It's horrible. So we just for the sake of being able to hear each other, we had to turn off air conditioners. I know for a fact that none of us are wearing pants tonight. Ian has a fan pointed right at him, and he's also sitting on an ice pack, which makes him the smartest person of the entire crew tonight.
On these hard, lumpy squares. That can't be comfortable. But whatever. He's not melting as much as we are.
Yeah, Ian wins. Ian wins tonight. And so yeah, it's basically Happy Monday. We're gonna just we have to do this. If we didn't do it this week, we would have all gone crazy.
It's been
when I said that we were gonna probably have to skip a week, Ian and Savannah were like, no, we're not gonna skip a fucking week.
No.
Fuck that.
No.
Oh, dude. Anyways, let me say hello to the chat really quickly. Chip Marlowe just said it's 118 in Phoenix. Fuck that. I'm sorry, Chip.
Why? God.
We got 117 in North Hollywood today. What else? Jonathan Huronin. I was talking to him earlier in the chat. Who else is in tonight? Oh, yeah. Sean Roberts, what's up, dude? Good to see you. We got a pretty awesome chat going for a Monday. I'm pretty fucking stoked on this.
Monday.
All right. On a scale from 1 to 10 balls, Ian, how hot are you right now?
Don't mind me if I just lay here like a dead fish.
That doesn't sound like a pleasant smell in the heat.
Fuck. Not only is it hot, we have a fire going on in the county, so that makes, not only is it hot as balls, there's a heater just 10 miles away from me. Not 10 miles, more like 20.
Raining ash.
Ash, so that's, it's hell on earth right now in Santa Barbara.
And on top of that, it's not just a dead heat. There's some wind to it too. That's what makes it scary, especially you in Santa Barbara. So, all week we've been texting Ian so how bad is it? He's like, well, it's raining ash right now. We're
all
just waiting
this
for the next
city ever does is burn. It's really seriously. Not even the rich people are safe. The Montecito Mountains caught fire a couple years back.
What?
Yeah, you didn't hear about that?
I don't remember. Everything's always on fire where I live, too.
Yeah. It's just big party over here every summer.
Dude, and then, last week, Calabasas went up.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the scary part was, and try to put this in perspective, I live in North Hollywood, so when I hit the 101, my work is about 15, 16 miles away, and Calabasas is just, maybe only a couple miles past that. So when I hit the 101 last week to go to work, I could see the fire from the freeway, and there was nothing worse than sitting in the car, turning on NPR, listening to the news, and yep, that's exactly where I'm heading right now. Oh, goody.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, this summer is going to be fucking brutal, man.
Kids, look at the fire.
Yeah.
Look at the fire over there. Look, all Los Angeles is burning.
It's crazy. I can do you one better. I don't know how, it was probably 5 years ago or so, the mountains were on fire. there in Goleta, which is a city just next to Santa Barbara.
Mm-hmm.
And we went to the Goleta Beach to have a barbecue. So we were literally having a barbecue while ash was raining on us. We were getting completely messed up, and the mountains in the background were literally on fire.
It's crazy.
It is. And I think Kirk just froze. It's so crazy.
That's so crazy.
Sorry.
Is he frozen? I think he's
No,
frozen.
I'm back.
Oh, he's back.
Okay. You were like, the fire was so big, and then you dropped out. I'm like, oh my god, the fire got him.
It'll come get you.
Dude, I think I remember that Goleta fire.
Yeah. It was gnarly.
Mm-hmm. Insane. That's the other thing, too. I'm really sorry if we do drop out tonight. There have been power outages all throughout Los Angeles and, like, Southern California. So...
Spurs and candles and have a seance.
Yeah, the show might just spontaneously explode tonight. Like, oh, that was it.
It's Chip's fault. Chip?
I'm looking at Chip right now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So, how was everyone's week? Ian?
Me.
Meh.
Who?
Out of vague.
Go you.
All of us.
Who goes first?
Ian goes first.
Okay.
My week was good. It's fucking hot. My balls are sweating. My back hurts. My cat's dying. I have a liter of water right there, and he's laying next to it. Can you see it? No, you can't. But anyway, I mean, it's been good, uneventful. Could be better. It could be cooler.
Yeah.
Totally.
Dude, I know Savanna, she doesn't want to talk about it, but she got the biggest fucking tattoo on her
I know.
leg.
Show it off. Stretch.
Come on. Do it.
No way! I'm not doing it. You guys are on track. Was for your eyes only. I have a snake tattooed on my shin. I got it colored today in this magical rainbow of colors, and it's swollen and oozing right now. So
Yeah,
We're
dude,
not
it was.
asking you to do much. Just stand up slowly.
nope.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
You guys can all just go wish on wherever that place you wish at.
I will describe it. It is huge. It is her shin, and I don't know if anyone's ever been tattooed on their shin. I have. Fuck that.
It's fucking
And
stuff.
it's solid color, so like from
I would rather tattoo my armpits again.
that bad, right?
Chin, and people are all like, "Oh, shading's better." No, it's fucking not. Especially when you have like a bunch of colors. He'll do like one color all the way through, and then he'll go do his other color all the way through. And there's like at least 12 colors in this leg.
But where's the worst place you've been tattooed?
My hips.
Was the hips?
Yep.
Anything against bones sucks.
Oh, you have no idea. Do you have any
Goes to your
tattoos?
spine.
Yeah, I have an owl on the back of my leg.
Savannah can.
We have matching owls tattoos.
We have matching owls.
I mentioned that before.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And then I have one on my arm.
There you go.
That's a good spot to get.
That's a good spot for it.
But I ruined it though. Like this was stupid. This tattoo
Once
I
you
got
get
as
at
soon
it?
as I turned 18. I was half drunk. It happened to do. It was bad. It was just a bad decision. I wish I would have saved this spot for something cooler.
Dude, tattoos are regret, but they're fun. And you
Laser technology is.
Yeah. Yeah.
How much
It's
does it
coming
cost? Dude, I wish I was
is
a
getting
felon
a tattoo.
because they get their tattoos removed for free.
Is that what the county's paying for now? Is that what my tax
I
dollars are
wish
going
I was a felon, said nobody ever.
Dude, seriously, a little community service and you get like that $1,000 procedure done for free.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. I have so many bad tattoos that I love.
Those are the
the
best
worst.
ones.
I have the worst tattoos, but I'm also like, yeah, it's really bad. I love it.
That one I got when I was 15 in my friend's cousin's mom's basement.
Right. And then, like, here's my owl tattoo.
That one's for everybody.
That one's, yeah. And that one is, I love that one. That's my friend Edgar did that before he moved to Texas. It's like a going away present because we used to work in a tattoo shop together. And then the funny part is, just to give you insight, and like for those of you who are ink virgins, that was probably a 2.5 hour session. He laid it all down in one sitting. And then I have this little tattoo right here on my finger, which I love, by the way. That's what it's for.
That's the best.
But the 2.5 hours of this and then the 5 minutes of touch-up that he had to do on this thing, I would have done 2.5 hours of this.
Just cut my finger off. Nothing
Yeah,
else matters.
I'm the guy who does want to be completely sleeved, but after getting that little bad boy there 4 or 5 years ago, and then having 2 touch-ups on it, I don't know if I'm gonna do my hands and my knuckles. It was.
Tattoos hurt. Like
and then my friend Christina was the one who did it, and I'll never forget her tattooing me. And then she made it halfway through the exclamation point. Then all of a sudden she lifts up her tattoo machine and she does one of these. I went, what? Oh, what's going on? She goes, I can feel the bone through my tattoo machine. I was like, oh! Oh!
That's how my shin felt. It felt like he was tattooing the bone.
Oh!
I was like, stop it.
Oh, I'm
Don't
gonna
stop.
throw up.
Yeah. Don't do your shin.
More.
That sucks.
I
I know. I want my knee done now.
Yeah, I want it all done. I want more.
I want more. Okay, it's a comic book show.
That's right. Let's talk comics.
Moving on.
What do you want to do first? Do you want to do East of West first tonight, or do you want to save? I don't know. What do you guys want to do?
Let's do Civil War first. That way people have to listen to us yammer before we get to Civil War in December.
Okay, here's the best news about Civil War. All the tie-ins. I'm only reading the major one, the main one. Savannah's reading all the tie-ins. I can't do it. So.
I have a question for Savannah, because that's one of my things. Like, I just don't ever read. I really hate big events. Like, I just don't care, because I know that, it's not going to have long-lasting effects.
So, do you know what Civil War II is about yet?
No, I mean that's. Can you summarize
what's
it for
happening with the mutants and the Inhumans, and why they're exterminating them? So you would actually really be into this, Ian.
Really?
It's not about Civil War at all. It's all X-Men. This is the fucking new X-Men #1. Where are you, bitch? X-Men #1. That's Medusa on the front and Magneto. And I'm sorry, but it's really good. Just read it.
I'm gonna.
Just read it.
This is one thing. This is one thing that I hate about Savannah, is that she really knows how to sell you on something.
I know.
And she just leaves you like,
it's not about fucking Iron Man. It's not about Captain America. It's about the Inhumans and the X-Men and Hydra.
Ooh.
That's why I was like, these motherfuckers. God damn it. All the questions that we've had and all the other books that we've been reading are all about to be answered in their event.
Okay, so which is that the X-Men tie-in series?
That's the new X-Men new X-Men #1. And
Fuck,
then
man.
tied into Nova, which is fucking hilarious. Deadpool was good. The Spider-Man one was good. The fucking Invincible Iron Man was fucking good.
Shit.
Because Mary Jane's in it, and it all intertwines to this fucking party at the top of Stark Tower, where all the X-Men and all the Inhumans and all the Avengers and all the Guardians and all the everybody are just fucking partying, and then fucking Red Skull comes in and. I know, guys. I'm just saying.
Okay, so let me ask you, where should I begin? What's the first issue I should
Civil
buy?
War II. Civil War II. #1. Because Civil War II #2 just came out.
Right.
It's Bendis at his best.
I am enjoying the main series. I really am enjoying the main
Pick up X-Men #1 too, and then the only other one I would say, there's 2 Iron Man titles. There's International Iron Man and there's Invincible Iron Man. International Iron Man is kind of more, it's also Bendis, but it's also Alex Maleev, or however the fuck you say his name.
Maleev, yeah.
Maleev, I don't know. Anyway, the art is fucking fantastic, and the story is that super, if you like that James Bondy side of Iron Man, International Iron Man's the way to go. If you don't, you should go to Invincible Iron Man, where he's trying to convince Mary Jane to be his secretary.
Yeah. I am watching or I am reading. I'm enjoying Invincible a little bit more than I am International.
Yeah.
But I am definitely enjoying him trying to, because here's the thing, Dan Slott, I just kind of always, he's writing Spider-Man right now, and I feel like he doesn't really know how to utilize Spider-Man's extended family and cast to tell a really good story, and he's not really using those characters.
I think because he just doesn't want to stir that pot that's been stirred so many times.
Right, but
Because-
dude, the cool part is Bendis really knows how to write Spider-Man. So I love that Bendis is just kind of cherry-picking certain like Spider-Man characters and going like, do you mind if I use Mary Jane Watson over here in Iron Man? Cool, thanks.
Yeah,
I'm
so
really kind of getting off on it.
this new Civil War Spider-Man, #1, by this Gage person, is horrible, though.
Okay.
Don't get this one. Keep reading Slott's Spider-Man. This one is like, the art's bad. I mean, it's not bad. It's just not, it should be better. It doesn't even look like Spider-Man at all. And the story is just weird, and there's a lot of that uhs and ums and buts between conversations that doesn't need to happen. So it's like boxes of circles. Like each page is like they say the same thing as the pages before. I hate that. Some writers just carry on for days about nothing, and I can't stand that. And like I said, if the art's unremarkable, you can pretty much be sure that I'm going to write it off.
Okay. Yeah, dude, Savanna definitely, it's like all about needs good art in order for her to enjoy the story. I can sometimes
There's too much good art for there to be bad art anymore. It's just, it's outdated. That's
So-
why I wanted you to read The Beauty, because it was just fucking horrible.
See, on the second reread, I liked it.
You like the art?
Wait,
I like
there was an art change on the Beauty?
Yeah, I like the story, Kirk. I like the story a lot, but I hate the art.
I think it's just for the one issue, though, because there was little things I started to realize what they were doing. Because the Beauty, the second arc, is taking a completely different turn. We're being introduced to all new characters, aside from the first arc that we read. And I don't know, man, the artist is doing some really cool shit with watercolors when he's doing the flashback.
No! And it's
Wait,
not like
that's the Beauty?
Yeah, it's got this, like, I'm trying to be Jeff Lemire feel without the depth of Jeff Lemire. Because there's Jeff Lemire uses a palette when he does art, and this is just like normal coloring with like, it looks like a 6th grader did it. I know that sounds really horrible because there's obviously some arting to it, but it looks like a 6th grader did it.
But because there is a little bit of sexy hotness, but it's a six-year-old writing the sexy hotness. Hopefully, it doesn't get the YouTube video.
No, like, I mean, it's like if the art was done, I love the panel layouts and I love the pictures in the panels. I just hate who did them.
I'm having a lot of fun with it, dude. I don't know, because it's a fill-in issue. I realize that, but I still
But
love
the story was great. I loved the story. Absolutely fucking fantastic.
You just crushed my heart. I did not know there was an art change.
And you really need to read this one. And I don't think it's a permanent art change. I think it's just for this one book. But it's an amazing story.
Yeah.
But the art was, I'm sorry, the art was killed. It ruined me. I read it right there in front of Kirk. I was pissed.
Yeah, she did. She did read it in front of me.
Like, what the fuck is this shit?
God. She literally came into my work and was like, oh, you're working. Cool. I'll have a Jameson Ginger. And just plopped her comics in front of me at the bar while I'm like running back and forth working. I was like,
listening to these old people have conversations about their bags full of piss attached to their legs is horrible. The conversations that were happening around me, I was just like, la, 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 la.
Yeah, at one point I was definitely like, I'm sorry, but you're totally on your own tonight. I'm not dealing with these douchebags. I'm just giving them the drink and I'm getting the hell out.
Yeah.
Ian, you missed a great night at the bar, let me tell you.
Sounds like it.
I just sat there and read my books, okay?
Yeah. No, I think for personally, I like the art. I can understand why it's definitely going to be a turnoff for a lot of people. I am now starting to understand why they have to do an art change in order to stay on schedule. I get that. I did like what the artist was bringing with the watercolors.
This is just my opinion. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. What I think is shit is somebody else's fucking masterpiece. This is probably this guy's fucking money ticket, and whoever is at Image Comics or Jeremy Juan or whoever's fucking writing this book probably loves that person's art. It's just not for me.
Yeah. I think the art will probably work better in another story that isn't the Beauty.
Yeah, the Beauty should be beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, that's why we like it so much, because of the art that's in it. It tells the story perfectly.
Yeah. It's like, I mean, imagine, okay, like, because we're going to talk about Descender for a second, but imagine they actually had to do an art change on Descender.
Oh, they couldn't, because Descender, like, Dustin Nguyen's style is all watercolor, and it's immaculate fucking watercolors. Like, immaculate. It's one of the most beautiful, he's one of the most talented artists that does comic books that I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
And if Jeff Lemire fucking is backing it, it's like...
I need to talk about this really quickly, because he goes from his regular traditional watercolor art to like this amazing red, pinks, and different hues explosion that happens in this issue. that I kind of like stared at this piece for a little bit, like trying to take it apart. I mean, I can't believe that's watercolor art. That's absolutely amazing.
Yep. And then like the parts of like
Yeah, this is just so great.
his facial details and the way he can highlight the eyes.
And probably if you've been following Descender, there's a lot to kind of get caught up on, but it is talking about the story of the orphaned cybernetic cyborg little robot kid, and he turns out he's a direct descendant of an army of robots that almost wiped out civilization and humanity. It took a while for issue 12 to come out because Descender takes breaks. Issue 12, I really want to kind of talk about the fact that it's a very quick read, but it was a very necessary read, and if you're reading Descender, I think this is kind of a good part to get hopped on, to kind of hop onto the series with, because it won't weigh you down with so much. I don't know. I don't think it'll turn new readers off. What else? Oh, they totally pulled a fucking. They pulled the Southern Bastards, where it's a character you fucking hate, and they give you the backstory of the character, and then you start to empathize with him.
Yes. I know, and then you're just like, oh my fucking god, I'm an asshole, and now I understand.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than feeling like a dick.
Feeling like a dick. This one makes you feel like a dick.
Feeling like a dick.
We got you.
I thought it was really great. So, yeah, Ian didn't read Descender yet, but I want him to.
I have Volume 1. I bought it in my last Amazon haul.
Sweet. Sweet.
He's a good one.
He's good.
He's good.
What else? Anything, Ian, that you kind of read this week that you're like, yeah, or is it just mostly East of West?
I read East of West. I am still making my way through Saga.
Yes.
So good.
And then I reread Extraordinary X-Men for personal reasons, which wasn't good. You know, when you kind of like comics can be my best friend, but then I can like torture read a comic.
Yeah.
What is happening? Is Kirk having a stroke?
Yeah, dude. She said so good, and I introduced the new bell.
Oh, you did!
I did it!
So good. Yay! That's amazing.
I've been waiting for like the last 20 minutes, like, someone say it!
Say
it! Say it!
Say it! Oh, that's so awesome.
But
I got a bell yet.
Saga, Ian?
Huh?
Are you enjoying Saga?
I am. I am.
Welcome to the dark side.
I'm very excited that with it is the way you're saying it too, like, yes, I am.
Guilty. Love it.
Well, I mean, I knew it was good. There had to be a reason why everybody's obsessed with it. I guess it was just part of the principle, you know? Everybody wanted me to do it, and I was like, no, you're not going to
So stubborn.
Yeah.
I am.
It's okay. It's okay. Also, do we want to talk about the awesome Sandy? Okay, I need to preface this with I don't like going to Comic-Con for the exclusives. That's not what I'm at Comic-Con for. I'm there for like good comic deals. I'm there for the panels. I'm there to meet the creators. I'm there to like basically harass all the people that work at my favorite comic companies, like booths and the vendors before they kick me out.
But
that's what I'm there for.
But I know.
Did you see the exclusives they're coming out with for Saga, the action figures that were announced today?
Fucking ridiculous.
I'm gonna show it off. I think I read something about it.
Please.
What?
You know, and I bet everybody's losing their shit over those action figures, but what if they did the will and the stock?
I would die. I would prefer those. I would prefer those.
Right?
That I would want. Ugh.
No, Ian had the best idea. Ian was like, what if they did a Sideshow Collectibles stock?
Oh,
Could you
my
imagine?
God. Why isn't Sideshow working with Image?
Yeah. Totes my goats, bro.
Ian, say something so we can show this.
So here we have the San Diego Comic-Con 2016, Alana and Marco action figures, which I think they're great and amazing, and I think a lot of people are going to lose their shit over. But oh my God, the stock and the will, make it happen. And then one of the little accessories can be the lion cat.
Yes. Yes.
Right?
Oh yes. And stock better come with fucking weapons and
All the
dress
weapons.
and a
Oh
dress.
my god,
It better
the
be.
little
What
pink
if,
cell
what
phone.
if she was actually wearing the dress that covered her legs and all her shit was actually underneath her? What if she had like articulation that she could come out and be all like stocky? Wet dream. Splooge all over that.
Make it happen, image.
Motherfucker. That would be
Dude.
so rad. No.
Can you guys see the action figures well on the screen?
Oh yeah. And then here's the other cool thing I like. I really hope this is the actual boxing that they're gonna go with, because I love that they have Alana breastfeeding, because that keeps people alive.
Oh, that's a good thing to point out.
Yeah, that's something that a lot
Free the
of.
boob.
I'm glad with it. I'm okay
Now
with
let
it.
me ask you this: is the baby one of the accessories? Because I don't see a baby.
Poor
No, baby.
Hazel.
I wonder if that's just like a preliminary design. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
But
What other exclusives are you excited for?
that's the only one I saw so far that I'm like, okay, I'm gonna like. I
That's
will
the only one that gets him all hot and bothered. Speaking of hot and bothered, are you melting still?
a little bit.
I'm melting.
Dude, that's the only exclusive I've seen so far where, like, I am definitely going to toss the little tiny children out of my fucking way to get to that thing. Like, I don't usually go for all that shit, but
And you know, for a fact, it's $50. That's quite a price tag there.
Yeah, and well, here's the other thing though. I want to beat all the fucking scalpers and the freaking like the idiots that buy those things by like the freaking box and then flip them on eBay. I hate those guys. I hate them. So if I can just get one box for myself that like I'm never gonna like flip or like sell to somebody, that's a small little victory for me.
Yeah.
I think you should just go with a bag of golf balls and like a front pouch and just start throwing them like over to the front of the crowd to hit people in the front that trampled all the little people to get where they are.
Totally.
I would do just like throw golf balls and then dip and move.
Yeah, I'm down with that. I'll fucking do it.
Fuck somebody up. Fuck them all up.
Ian is converted.
He's converted. Legit conversion. Just call me preacher.
Love it.
I wish I was preacher. Mrs. Preacher.
God, and I just, and I love the story more for all of the side characters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Saga is my Game of Thrones.
Ugh.
Because there's characters that I'm in love with that I know are not safe.
Yeah.
You know?
Saga is my Saga. I compare things to Saga.
Yes.
Like Game of Thrones is my Saga. How about that?
Yeah,
Ooh. Wait, Savanna, do you want to touch a little bit on the Battle of the Bastards really quick?
Dude, and that was my other thing. He was like, bastard. And I'm like, you're a bastard. Shut the fuck up, you piece of shit. Like, it was horrible. I'm so glad. I mean, I kind of hate the way that he died. I really hoped he would have been tortured a lot more. But it was fucking so good. So fucking good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what?
The most satisfying episode.
My favorite part was?
What was your favorite part?
My favorite part was seeing Daenerys trying to hop her little chubby ass on that dragon, and I was like, that's me every morning trying to fit my fat ass into a size 36. That was so awesome.
Oh my god, she is adorable. I love her thick ass.
I
love it.
She's getting thick, that one. I love that she's got a little.
Good. She shouldn't be. She's a freaking warrior queen. They're dense.
I know. I love it. I love her. It was so dragon-tastic, that episode.
Oh yeah. Oh, so satisfying. I've been waiting for those dragons to raise hell for so long. Everybody has, of course.
Yeah.
But it was.
So I have a theory, because a lot of the things that people are talking about, it's like, how does she have control of all three dragons all of a sudden? And I'm like,
mental capacities.
I think it has to do with her power. I feel like the stronger she gets, the more she builds, the more she conquers, the more control she has.
Yeah, they feel it in her confidence in her head, I think. That's how they're trying to, like, when they do that type of shit, they're just like, guys, it's ESP, and they're fucking dragons, so deal with it. Like, why are you asking me how she communicates with her dragon? Really? It's a fucking dragon. Like, how do you communicate with your unicorn? Does it matter? Why does it matter?
Like she's just like, it's a fucking dragon. Just shut up.
Fucking dragon. Shut up. Enjoy it. Enjoy the fucking hot chick. She should have been topless. Enjoy the hot chick burning fucking shitty people on an ocean.
Actually, that's not beyond the realm of probability because I think it's marine customs that the women have to show one breast, and I think for half of her time in marine, or is it yokai, that she exposes her breasts.
As she should.
Yeah, I don't know if I remember that correctly. At one point, she's somewhere where she has to expose her breast because it's part of the customs.
Probably in freaking Bravos.
I'm trying to like. I have no idea. And I also don't want to sound sexist, so I'm just gonna be like, "Hey, I love boobs."
Well, it's Game of Thrones, so.
Yeah.
Go boobs.
Go boobs.
Go boobs.
Hashtag go boobs.
I'm really, just to finish it off, I'm really excited to see Cersei like burn down King's Landing next episode.
Is she gonna do that? You think she's gonna do that?
Well, you know, the rumor around the internet is that she sent the Maester out to see if the reserves of wildfire from the Mad King Ares are still under the city. And, you know, she had that whole scene where the Maester was like, you know, how did that rumor turn out? And he's like, it's more, so much more. And I'm just like, oh, shit. Mad Queen Cersei.
Yeah. Oh, Ian, you're a genius. I love you.
Well... internet theories, but I mean, I kind of had a feeling that's what she was talking about because.
What else would she send that moron to do?
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
Like, that's something he's totally capable of doing. Going to check some shit in some deep dark hole.
Well, and it'd be epic if she was the reason why Tommen died. You know, I feel like her son has betrayed her so much because when I love that scene where he bans like.
When he shoos her from the fucking throne room, like, go to your place.
No, and like they banned trial by combat, so now she has no way out of this.
Yeah. Yep. Get her on a legal.
No other choice but to burn them all.
I love the fact that I don't watch Game of Thrones right now, but I'm so far behind that this is not even spoilery for me. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Dude, so the fucking most epicest battle of all epic battles that I ever saw on television.
Okay, I kept hearing that it was everyone saw it coming, but dear God, it was very satisfying.
It was fucking incredible. There were guys with their crawling up a hill with no legs and giants ripping them apart. They were trying to tuck their fucking guts back into their holes. It was so graphic. Like yes. So incredibly, like, how the fuck did they do that? How long did that take? Like, oh my God. And it was long. It wasn't a fucking 5-minute scene. It was like 20 minutes of just, like, agonizing suffering while you're watching this. And you're just like, oh God, are they going to take it from us again? It was intense. It was so intense. Like, I'm already, like...
Yeah, Savannah's catching her breath right now.
I know. Well, she's very Team Stark, and I am very Team Not. So,
oh my gosh, what is wrong with you?
It was very.
When they dropped the freaking flag down, I was in tears.
Were you? Oh my God, I don't know. I feel like I got a victory because Rickon, something happened.
That was so horrible.
That was funny to me. I was like, motherfucker, can't you zigzag? Where have you been? Zigzag, damn it.
He was exhausted and starving. I don't know, go past it.
That's, I'm exhausted and starving, and I have enough coming past zigzag.
Yeah, I thought he was going to send his dogs out, but the whole fucking aerial game was just shitty. It was so shitty. Anyway. Are we going to talk about Preacher now, too?
What's that?
Are we going to talk about Preacher now, too?
Did we talk about Preacher? Did we talk about all the comics?
We talked about everything with the exception of the actual subject of
yes.
Yeah, I think
I figured we could just talk about.
I know this sounds dumb. I'm saving East of West until the end of the show because I know Samurai Ox is not going to make it for the show, but I still want to keep it at the end so that that conversation is still fresh for the comments.
Yeah.
Is that horrible?
No.
No, I'm trying to.
Talking about nothing.
Okay, so we are going to talk about Preacher. A couple of things. I want to do a couple of shout-outs really quickly. Comics you guys should be reading.
Batman Rebirth.
Okay, well...
Scooby-Doo Apocalypse.
Scooby-Doo Apocalypse. Batman Rebirth, Tom King. Fuck yes.
Fuck
Also,
yes.
did you miss Justice League Dark? Then you need to be reading the new Swamp Thing mini.
Ooh.
Like, if you miss Justice League Dark, this series was for you. If you miss old school DC horror, this series was for you. I'm losing my shit over this series right now. Because this issue has Zatanna, the Phantom Stranger. This guy. He's God's Will. The Spectre.
Oh.
Swamp Thing is awesome.
Yes.
And this Swamp Thing is great. I hear that Mark Waid is going to be taking over.
See, has this stopped being a mini? Is this going to become an ongoing?
What number is that?
This is 6.
Yeah, that's the Swamp Thing title.
Yeah, okay, so thank God, dude. I think
Yeah, it's been good. If that's the first one you've gotten, you should get the back issues. You'd like it.
No, I've been reading this whole series,
Okay.
but I thought it was only a mini.
Mm-mm.
So if I think it's going to become an ongoing, then yes.
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 Well,
Also, Klaus.
I would love a Man-Thing title, please.
Yes. A Man-Thing would be really good, too.
Oh.
Man-Thing. Remember the Man-Thing Forest from fucking
Careful
Weird
how-
World?
I didn't say that in context correctly. Forgive me. Also, Klaus by Boom Studios.
Grant
Grant
Morrison.
Morrison, which is pretty much his It's Santa Claus Year One, or Santa Begins, but it's such a fun read. It is just scary enough that it's the type of scary that you can still let a kid read. Like it's like a children's horror comic, but it's also still really sweet and a great telling a fairy tale. It's like a genuine fairy tale, like the old Hansel and Gretel type style.
It's very good.
Stories.
I'm
This is
reading it
6 of 7, and I liked it. It's delightful. It's so good.
It is delightful, he says.
Delightful.
Did someone say so good?
I did.
So good.
You guys are gonna hate that bell by the time we're done next episode. I'm telling you.
No
And
way. I
then
love that.
House of Pendants is really good.
I love House of Pendants. It's so weird and awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you just
love-
reminded me. I've been wanting to read that title forever. I'm downloading it
Since
right
you
now.
started talking about it, it's really good. It's so fucking weird.
It is
Yeah,
weird,
well.
and the weird thing, it gets even weirder because issue 3 has, who is arguably the craziest character throughout the entire series so far. Suddenly, she gives a reason behind a lot of her thinking, and now she kind of makes the most sense of anybody in the series.
It's so dope. And the art is fucking out there. Oh, it's like so satisfyingly out there too. Like it goes with this book. It literally makes your skin crawl.
Mm-hmm.
Reading and seeing this book at the same time. Perfect art choices, perfect writing. It's great. And it's about it's speaking of Wesson.
Like all these things that are very these kind of red blood rivulets, tentacle things.
Yeah.
The characters don't notice them, but they're in the entire comic.
Read this one, guys. Fucked up.
Oh, and Savanna really liked it, but I think Dark Knight Returns: The Last Crusade was kind of eh.
I liked it.
Mm.
I liked it. I liked the way it ended.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's an unnecessary story.
Of course it's unnecessary. And I repeat, of course it's unnecessary because it was for fun and for money. They need the money. They need the money.
Needs the money.
Well, DC needs the money that a Frank Miller book pulls.
Yes, true.
Like this was for profits because Rebirth didn't fucking do as well as they thought it was gonna do.
Whoops.
And that's Marvel's fault. Those assholes, they won.
But I was very. It's cool to see John Romita Jr. drawing Batman. It's weird having him draw it in the style of Dark Knight. I thought the portrayal of Killer Croc was really good. I liked some of the character moments in it, but I didn't care.
You're more of a Batman purist than I am. I'm still new to so many Batman things, so.
You know what? It's for me. It was. I don't. I would just really wish that Dark Knight 3 would be shipping on time.
That would be great.
Yeah.
That would be great.
This,
I love the minis that are in that book.
Yeah. No, I think
in
Dark Knight
love
3
with
is a really great series right now. I'm really enjoying it. But
You.
I'm a little I don't want all this filler while I'm trying to get my main story right now. And
Okay.
even though Jason,
That makes sense.
this last Crusade thing centered around Jason Todd, I mean, this for me, Dark Knight. The story is about Carrie Kelly being his sidekick. Like Jason's so unnecessary in the Dark Knight mythos that I was just like, why are we telling this story?
That's what it reminded me of. It reminded me of them telling the same story just with Jason Todd instead of Kelly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's that's what I thought it was. I thought they did that on purpose.
No, I like having Kelly.
The same way, the way he like even thinks to himself about them not being ready or trusting that person to be ready or not. It's the same fucking thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
I like Carrie Kelly being the Robin in the Dark Knight series.
She's adorable.
But she's the best. She's awesome.
Best.
All right, so now that's that. Preacher talk?
Preacher? Ian, what was your favorite part about Preacher? The last episode.
The one from last Sunday?
Yep.
I mean, the one from yesterday? I haven't watched it. I watched Game of Thrones.
I'm still on. I just watched last week's.
Okay, let's talk about last week's. Because that one was a better episode than this week's.
I was going to say, put East of West down for a second. I want people to see your pretty face.
I know. Stop hiding.
I'm trying to hide this pretty face.
I love it. Look at that hair.
Look at that hair. The hair's majestic tonight.
Humidity in a fan.
I know. I have my own fan going on.
I hear
I wish I could walk
playing in
around
the
with
background.
a fan just right here.
Just like a helmet fan.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me about Preacher, Ian.
Remind me what happened?
Okay, I was hoping you would do that for me.
So at some point, Tulip shows up, and now she's definitely trying to convince Jesse to come along, and we found out why she's been like nagging him this entire series so far, and come to find out that they were pulling jobs together because they were partners, and that one of the dudes who was like a third in their little crew, like I guess double-crossed them, and Tulip's been trying to find this guy so they can get revenge on him.
And they've been doing like little flashbacks to like when they were like working together, and then she's like goes and talks to this lady, and they have that crazy conversation about her fucking killing her husband.
Yeah.
That shit was wild. She's like, I'm not killing your husband. I'm not. She's like, okay, well, if you want to, the door's open. Here's the plan. Right. It's like, oh my god.
It was such a nonchalant thing, too. I like that Tulip's like, I'm not killing your husband. All right?
And it's like, she's like, for the 100th time, I'm not killing your husband. Like, it's an ongoing thing. So funny. And
then we're also figuring out that whoever the guy who is Rorschach from Watchmen.
Yeah.
He apparently had some sort of business dealings with Jesse's father and the Custer farm, and I guess like they had like a business rivalry something, but we're only starting to get the first hints of that now. So that story is starting to develop a little bit. I kind of have an idea of who Rorschach is playing in this series. I'm not quite sure.
We're just going to call him Rorschach.
We're going to call him Rorschach. His name is like Jackie Earl.
Yeah.
We're getting his name right now. And he was Freddy Krueger. He was really bad in that. He was also from RoboCop. He was okay in that. But we're starting to realize that there's like a little deal there. Oh, also Jesse has definitely figured out that he's kind of testing the limits of his power now, the voice of God.
Oh my god, okay, it's coming back to me. There's a pedophile in this episode, and then he like tries to drown him in hot water, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's like, you will forget this person exists or all these people exist, and then some little girl walks onto a bus, and he's like, who are you? And then some other little girl's like, it's fucking Jenny, you creep, like it's always been. He's like, And then they start to realize, like, then they have like this, why don't I remember that? But they're like totally normal otherwise except for this one weird thing. It's like, it reminds me of like Lock and Key when they would like pluck a memory out of their head.
Yeah.
It's like the same thing. Yeah. It's just all of a sudden that's gone. That thing is gone or whatever. It's really cool.
Yeah, and I'm really loving that Jesse's kind of getting more comfortable with his power now. But he's also starting to test the limits of it. Like, unfortunately, but the one episode ended with him going back to the little girl's house, and she's the one who is in a coma. And then this episode that we're talking about now, he commanded her to open her eyes. And now her eyes are open, but we're still not quite sure what's going on.
She's still in a coma!
She's still in a coma.
But her eyes are open. It's fucking
Her eyes are
weird.
open.
And
now
her,
everyone's
like,
kind
her
of
little brother's like,
yeah, everyone's kind of still taking it as like a miracle. So it sucks because Jesse wants to do good with this power, but we're starting to see instances where it's actually causing more problems and more harm than good.
well, because you start to see that with his power, you realize that there's a darker person in there than he's forcing out. And it's like, okay, you kind of see this whole, like, dark and evil thing he's really fighting with.
Yeah.
So
there's definitely the battle that's starting to rage within Jesse is starting to become even more apparent to not only himself but everyone around him because of the power that he has in him now. And it's kind of interesting that like it took like this amazing miracle, like whatever I call it the voice of God because that's what they call it in the comic books.
Yeah.
But now he's got this power of the voice of God that it's actually stirring up these feelings in him, and he's actually really able to kind of tell the difference between like what's good and bad and what's going on in his life.
And then he's like, I really want to do good, but then when he's like in the middle of his good doing, he realizes that what he's doing is bad. Like, taking away somebody's will, whether they're a fucked up person or not, you can't do that to a person. And then he's just kind of like has these oh fuck moments, and then he kind of like withdraws into the shadows and assesses the situation, and then we get other characters trying to like pull him out, like Cassidy, like, hey buddy, what you doing? Like,
and we discovered, and speaking of Cassidy, and they're gotta be careful, man. What?
The angels.
They're angels. Everyone's trying to figure out how like these two guys keep getting slaughtered and then keep coming back. Come to find out, the two dudes have been trying to catch the voice of God from Jesse. They're angels. And every time like they get killed, all of a sudden like there's lightning strikes and they come back again.
Yep, it's awesome. And it's just like a flash of purple, like they respawn.
Yeah.
And he still has to deal with their bodies, but then they like will respawn like elsewhere, and he's like, Cassidy's like, I gotta deal with these bodies. And then there's some like, there was an issue with the truck, and there's like pieces all over inside the truck.
Oh, yeah. At one point, he looks over at the two guys, and he looks at them. Like, basically, Cassidy runs over these two angels and, like, just obliterates them. And he comes out saying, you fucking twats, I told you it's gotta be careful when you're coming after me. And then he stops and looks at him and goes, wait, didn't I kill you two already?
Yeah. So then it goes into, like, this fight where he's just killing them over and over and over again. And because he is Cassidy, he can't be killed either. And then they kind of come to, like, we're not trying to kill you, so stop killing us. We need this.
Right.
And he holds up this empty can.
Which is how they were keeping the voice in the first place in heaven, and somehow that's how it broke free. So
like a coffee can.
Oh, the best part is that I'm getting so pissed off. Again, I keep saying this every week. Every idiot that keeps reviewing the show and goes, I don't see the payoff. The show's good because of all the setup. Like,
people need to have some motherfucking patience. This is not Prison Break or Lost.
Yeah. Getting really freaking fed up with that. So that's why I'm like,
real storytelling.
So good.
Mongoloids. So good.
Anyways, what do you think's gonna happen? Like, Ian, now that we saw Cassidy figured out who these two dudes are, because obviously they're not trying to kill him. They actually don't care about the fact that he's a vampire. And then you saw Cassidy try to, like, I'll be your middle guy. I'm like the go-to dude. I'll talk to Jesse, and then we'll figure out this whole thing all together. Like, what do you think Cassidy's gonna do with this?
Ooh. He's gonna run with it. It's all a whole lot of setup.
Like, Ian, what do you think he's gonna do?
To be honest, I don't know. I really don't. I have no expectations for this show.
Talk to Jesse. Do you think?
I don't know. I think Cassidy's gonna go back to Jesse and be like, look, these guys really want this power that's in you, and I say fuck them. So I say we play them. Like, I think he's on Jesse's side. I think he's totally on Jesse's side. Like, I think Cassidy really wants to see, like, wants the best for Jesse.
Yeah.
Like, they're drinking buddies. Like, they have to be.
Yeah, but he's got his own agenda in mind as well. He's just trying to figure out how it'll both work for both of them.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, the first time when Cassidy's trying, when Jesse's trying his powers out on Cassidy, and Cassidy's kind of cackling like an idiot because he loves the fact that Jesse has this power, and he's making him do things. I loved that speech when he looks over at Jesse and goes, "Dude, you might be looking at this as a curse, but I'm telling you, if you use it the right way, it really isn't. It's be the best thing that ever happened to you."
He's a born vampire, and it looks like a party.
Yeah, that's why Cassidy's awesome. And like he thought it was sucked that he was a vampire, but now he's kind of having the time of his life.
Mm-hmm.
He jumps out of fucking planes and survives. I mean, dude, and like I said, Jonathan, you're running in the chat right now saying like Cassidy is the best part of the show, and I think if they're not careful, he really will steal the show. They got to be careful with that guy.
Oh no, Tulip is the best part of the show.
Yeah, totally. Ian.
Oh, Tulip.
Sorry, Cassidy. Go back to Misfits. If it's between you and Tulip, I pick Tulip.
Well, I love Tulip. I love Tulip so much.
Sorry.
Okay, I love Tulip.
She has a lot of depth.
Yeah, she does. So, yeah, so like Savanna was saying earlier, every time Jesse starts using his power to control people to do things, and by the way, it's kind of scary. Like there's this one scene at the last episode ended with him in the bathroom, and it's the guy that he got in the bar fight with, that he freaking snapped his arm in half. Jesse's like, the guy shows up again with a gun. He's like, all right, this time you're going to squeal like a rabbit. And he's like, no, hold on one second. Things have changed. And basically tells the guy to back up, sit down in the toilet. Then he takes the gun. He tells him, put the gun in your mouth. And the cool thing this actor does is start going, like, what the hell am I doing? Like, all his mannerisms are like he can't believe he's doing what he's doing.
Like he recognizes that it's involuntary, and that's like got to be such a mind fuck. Like, how does your body not like go into shock or some sort of like adrenaline panic? I don't know.
Right.
That's crazy.
And like Savanna was saying, like Jesse has this moment where he realizes once he takes free will away from people, then they never learn their lesson.
And then he's the bad guy.
Yeah.
He's not doing good, and that's not the Lord's will. It sounds crazy. Like he's such a sane person, you know, and now he's got like this incredible power.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's almost like the power has grounded him a little bit.
Yeah.
Like it's put things in perspective for him.
Totally.
So that's where I'm at. I didn't watch last night's episode yet. I will. Probably later tonight.
Oh, me too. I feel like Game of Thrones just took everything out of me, so I just couldn't even think about Preacher.
It was so intense.
Yeah. I believe it.
Yeah, Preacher's amazing. I'm really excited for where this series is going.
Yeah.
I'm really sad when it friggin' ends, though. How many episodes do you think it's gonna get? Does anybody know? 10?
I believe so.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Has it been renewed for a second season yet? It's got to be.
It's gotta be. Well, how couldn't it be?
Yeah.
It's incredible.
They got to give this thing a couple of seasons.
I hope so. The numbers are kind of low, thow.
No.
But then again, I don't know how all that shit works. I go by what the Wikipedia says.
Wikipedia never lies.
I don't know. I really hope it does good.
It's definitely no Walking Dead, though. That's for sure.
As far as the numbers go?
As far as that's what I mean. As far as the viewership.
Yeah.
Well, Walking Dead is fucking how many seasons in now?
6.
Yeah, it's got quite a following, and it had a following before, and it's zombies, not, a Texas preacher and his vampire friend with angels. Come on, how do you not love this show?
Dude, it is hard to explain. When you explain it to people, like, trust me, there's something in it for everybody. But
right?
yeah, I'm loving Preacher. Preacher's it.
Preacher.
Which is cool. I'm glad we did the Preacher conversation. That kind of feeds into what, like, that actually works perfectly for East of West tonight.
Yeah.
It actually works really perfect. So we have to talk about this because this is personally I love East of West, and like I said, Samurai Ox is the one that recommended this last week. I'm really glad that he did. But this isn't just a super easy read, and I know that we were talking earlier tonight, and Ian was like, I have questions. And I'm starting to realize, because this is my second read-through of this series, that I had questions, and now they're kind of a little bit more clearer now that I've given this thing a second read.
Yeah.
So I think this is actually a really good talk tonight. So we have East of West, and it's by Jonathan Hickman. Also, who else did the work on this? Nick Dragotta. This was his first job working for Image with Jonathan Hickman. I think that's really cool. He was known for doing a lot of other stuff over at Marvel. There's like Ecstatics, X-Men First Class, Captain America. Yep. And let's see, also the first time they ever collaborated was on Fantastic Four. So these guys really enjoy. You can tell they enjoy working together. And this series, I'm going to start off by saying, I think Hickman reads better in trades.
Yeah.
Yes, I have to agree with that. I don't think I could have dealt with this title in issues.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot. It's a lot. It's to the point that I had to literally focus on the superficial plot and not think too much because I would get lost. I think this is a really high level comic and I'm just not ready to grasp it completely yet, but I get the main plot, like where it's going and what's happening, especially in volume 1 towards the end. You kind of learn what the main character is kind of going after and what he's looking for,
right, and
where the story is going. So I just kind of had to make peace with the fact that I'm just not gonna get it completely, and and if I just focus on the superficial plot, like I'm really enjoying it, and I think I'm gonna continue with it.
Okay.
And especially the art, fudge. I want to show off a couple pages.
Do it.
Okay, right now.
Yeah, rock it, dude.
Okay.
Okay,
I'm going to show off a couple pages that literally, I really want to blow these up and hang. Like, once I move out of this shithole and I move into a better apartment, I'm going to start just seriously blowing up comic book pages and just hang them everywhere. Like, you have this one right here with the Three Horsemen.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see it well?
Yeah.
Like, in just the first few pages, look at this.
Oh, look. I mean, it opens up so dramatically.
Yes.
I mean, this book is so beautiful. Like, I can't even.
Yeah.
Every book, and I think they just said they're on book 26 with this, and each one is like, the ball never gets dropped on this book ever. It's incredible. It's on really nice paper too, and the covers have like a supreme continuity, and I love it.
Yeah, it's very. That's something that. Anything that Hickman has ever touched, especially going to Secret Wars, but any of his other titles, when they actually come out on time, have been meticulously thought through. So he definitely, it's very much Joe Hill and Lock and Key. Everything serves a purpose that will pay off even if it's 10, 13, 15 issues down the road. So it's very dense and it's very deep. But yeah, you're right. There's like a uniform design that goes with all the issues, and like Ian was saying, like the art is always, even with filler issues, the art is always spot on.
Oh, the art is breathtaking. I feel like those pages, the rebirth of the Three Horsemen, amazing. I wanna blow that shit up. And then the one page when you see the offspring of Death and the Chick, when you get that full page.
Oh yeah.
Of that, I'm gonna call it creature because I have no idea what the fuck it is yet.
Right.
I was just like, fuck. Some of the pages in this volume are just breathtaking and amazing, and it's definitely worth checking out just for the art by itself.
Right.
Even if the depth goes over your head like me. I mean, I'm hoping that you guys will be able to clear some things up for me.
Yeah, we are. Don't worry. Because I have a feeling like while we have this conversation, something's going to be clear for everybody.
Yeah.
It's like it's like, it's set in 2064. So it's like this apocalyptic Wild West.
Yeah.
Like futuristic, apocalyptic, Civil War, cowboys and Indians, but still with some now things. It's weird.
Like, there was definitely some, and hopefully no one rolls their eyes at this, but there was definitely, for me, there's a lot of Joss Whedon's Firefly influence in here.
Totally.
But imagine if Firefly had a $200 million budget every episode.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's just insane, and it's super clean. Like, so many of these like space futuristic books are so busy. Like Tokyo Ghost is one of the busiest books of all, and then like Black Science, super busy. Low, super busy. This one is not as intense for your eyeballs. You know what I mean? You can get the gist of the picture in a couple of glances versus like Tokyo Ghost, you're like...
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You have to analyze literally
get in there. Totally, because you'll miss shit, and then you'll be like, oh, look at this right here. Do you see that?
Little tiny thing.
They put that in there for us.
Just to understand, like, some of these things are visceral.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that scene of death, just like, that's everything you need to know about that fucking character right there. Like, especially when you first get introduced to them, and we are going to explain why we keep calling these people like the Three Horsemen and then Death.
And the planet and the architecture are like Star Wars. Just imagine everything taking place on Coruscant.
Yes.
Precisely. Like, I don't see
Nailed
fucking anything else. It's like cowboys and Indians and some Confederate soldiers walking into Coruscant with some other space shit and maybe the president and the colonel.
You know how, like, every time, because, like, Space Cowboy, it's been done a lot. I know I referenced Firefly, but they've tried to do Space Cowboy a bunch of different times in fiction and literature and TV shows. Do I even need to bring up the adventures of Briscoe County Jr.? Forgive me for doing that.
Exactly.
Forgive me for doing that. I'm sorry.
There aren't comparisons. They're just to give you, like, a visual.
Idea, but
just a visual.
That's the difference that comic books can do. They took that idea of, like, Space Cowboy and just, I think, finally got it right as far as, like, the imagery is concerned.
And this is just the west side we're talking about right now. There's a whole east side. And the east side, as you can imagine, is the same era, but you get into more of, like, the Asian influence and, like, a Neo Bushido type thing.
Yes.
And there's dragons and fucking crazy badass chicks with technology, but she's in a fucking kimono and all this, like, super traditional shit.
Mm-hmm.
But in a fucking spacesuit.
Right.
It's rad.
Jonathan said, "Yo, Firefly, I'm gonna let you finish, but Outlaw Star did it first."
Whoa. Whoa, was not expecting that.
Oh, well played. Oh, Samurai's in the, I got excited. Samurai Ox is in the chat.
Woo!
Yes, I knew my plan would pay off. Sweet.
So do we want to talk about just, like...
Let's talk about the premise, but I think we'll ask questions as we talk about the premise.
Okay. Well, can I summarize the premise? Because then you can tell me if I'm wrong.
Okay. I don't like doing that, but okay.
Wait, what?
I don't like telling you that you're wrong.
No, tell me that I'm wrong, because I'm being honest. I'm coming into this and saying I literally just read this volume an hour ago. I took my time. It was fun. I enjoyed it, but I still don't know what the fuck, you know?
Right.
And so it starts off with the rebirth of three creatures, you know, and that's really awesome. The art's great. And then we move on to Death, which is the cowboy-looking dude who has two companions, a girl and also an American Indian-looking witch. And we later find out they're both witches, right?
Yeah.
And he's looking for something, and you don't know what it is. You don't know what it is yet. Oh my god, I know we're not doing spoilers, but I really want to talk about this. I'll tell you after the show.
Okay.
So, Death is looking for something, and we don't know what it is yet. In the meantime, the three horsemen are looking for the perfect person to make the apocalypse happen?
They need
Apparently.
a fourth person.
Right?
They're looking for the fourth person.
The fourth person. Okay, so why is Death going after the president and all those people?
Okay, so what I think happened was, and what gets revealed later on in the comic.
Like, I'm like, what? Like, no.
Okay, so what happened was, I guess Death, and he's the cowboy all in white, and he's a fucking badass, by the way, and he's the one traveling with the two witches. I think something happened, well, something did happen with Death, and that's what made him break off from the other horsemen.
Yeah.
And
I know what that is.
Yeah, and I think what we discover at the end of this first volume is that Death himself actually fell in love with a woman.
Yeah.
And we're not sure how or why or what happened specifically, but it really did look like the Horsemen and all their followers of this cult called the Message basically split his family apart, and Death this entire time thought his wife had been killed by these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
I'm trying to go through this very carefully because I want to do this thing justice because this story is amazing.
And it has a very slow unraveling. Just like they said, this is one that you should definitely... I've been picking up singles of this book. It's episode issue fucking 26. Since the beginning of time, I've been reading this book. Like, I had to reread the beginning because I don't even remember what happened because shit is so not like that and it's not like this anymore. It's totally different now. Like, this book seriously evolves in the best way, and it's one of those just long time reads that's it's my indie satisfaction every week, like Velvet or Lazarus is another one that's just been going on forever, and I love it.
So this cult, which now there's this thing called the Message, we're finding out throughout history and through certain historical figures during our time, started all writing different parts of the second revelation. So a lot of the stuff, there's almost like Revelations in the Bible had a second book, but it was never written and included in the Bible. And now it's being written during our time, and even before then a little bit. And now this is all of it coming to pass in the future. Does that sound cool?
Yep.
Okay. And these people who are like the horsemen are devout followers of the Message. They follow it to the word and the letter. And that's one of the things that makes this book a little confusing. It's because it's all made up script and text that Hickman has written that doesn't exist. That also reads very poetic. So you're constantly trying to figure out, like, well, what does that mean? Or, like, what does that passage, like, allude to? So the characters know more what's going on than you do as the reader. So you are playing catch-up a little bit. Whenever they reference the Message, it gets a little like, well, what the fuck? I mean, I'm trying to follow along with what these characters are following along with. So you are always kind of playing catch-up a little bit. That's why it does get a little frustrating with it.
So do you think I just haven't read enough and that's why I'm not getting it?
No. I only got this after my second read-through.
Okay.
Like, it does start to bog you down when they start talking about what the Message is. And what they figured out was that the president... Death comes and kills the President of the United States because he was a part of the conspiracy that split up his family and killed his wife, quote unquote.
His name was the first one on the list that the bartender gave him.
Yes.
So how many of the people in the list has he killed in Volume 1? Just the president?
I think just the president, because everyone that's on the list is part of that group called the Chosen, and they're all the leaders of different nations around the world. And I think they're all followers of the cult, and that's why they're all on the list. I think.
Yes.
Someone correct me. Someone help me. Someone give me an amen.
Amen.
All right. Okay.
Smile and nod. Smile and nod.
I think.
All right.
And so when the horsemen go, all right, so we need to fulfill the prophecy, so Death kills the president, who was the first on the list, and that goes against the prophecy. The horsemen go, well, we need to find someone to fill that role to take over the presidency of the United States, and that's why they start going through the succession of leaders, so like the president, the vice president.
So they find one that's going along, that's drinking the Kool-Aid.
Yeah. And the person they find, and I find this very, very interesting, they work their way all the way down to the Secretary of the Interior, which is I think 15 or 16 people down the line of the totem pole. And I thought this was cool. They named the character Antonia LaVey, which, if you're a follower of the Church of Satan, was founded by Tone Anthony LaVey in real life.
Mm-hmm.
Someone want to correct me on that one too? I hope I'm not doing disrespect for that one.
What's the name of the female?
Her name is Antonia LaVey.
I think it's isn't it Antoine LaVey or something?
Antoine LaVey, yes.
Antoine or something. It wasn't Anthony. It was something fancy like Antoine LaVey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I thought that was very interesting that that's where they got the name from, to name this character. And she is definitely she's heard the message and she's the follower of the message, and that's when the horsemen go, yep, she'll do. Now she's a part of the prophecy.
Yeah.
And she goes and she meets with all the other leaders of all these other nations that are, like Ian said, drinking the Kool-Aid, and all are trying to help this prophecy come true. And apparently they are trying to bring the end of the world. They're trying to bring the end times. They're trying to bring the, like, on purpose, trying to bring the apocalypse. Anton LaVey. Thank you, Lazarus. Oh, that's why we have the chat.
Yes.
So.
And then how far does Volume 1 go? Does it go all the way into 5 or 6?
6, I believe.
No, I think it's 5.
5. But like 5, yeah. So it's 5 issues, and this is where things get dicey because Death was supposed to be a part of this whole deal, and he apparently fell in love. And we meet. What we come to find out in this story is that his wife didn't actually die; they faked her death, and she had to like stay in isolation from everyone. And now Death is like, "Fuck this! I'm coming for all of you for not one tearing up my family, and 2, I want my wife back." And they bring up this really amazing point that if you're afraid of death, what's scarier than that? And it's the person that like won death over.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you like?
The point of that.
Yeah.
And
So we meet her.
they take you to New Shanghai.
Mm-hmm.
You are introduced to the House of Mao.
So and on top of that, while this is going on, and now it's almost like this race between the two sides. It's a race between what's left of the Horsemen and Death is going against the message, and the Horsemen are trying to get the message and the scripture back on track so that everything comes to fruition. Now we're being introduced to all these other characters, and also we're finding out that some of the people that are part of the message cult are kind of like starting to make backroom deals a little bit, and no one is actually sticking to their role that they're supposed to play in this whole apocalyptic foretelling.
Mm-hmm.
I think I got it.
Yeah. No, yeah, you did, because it makes a lot of sense, because the information's in my head. I just couldn't make all of the different connections. There was just so much going on. There's a lot of setup in this first volume. Like, I thought Tokyo Ghost threw me for a loop. Oh, no. I'm still spinning from this one. Like, at one point, I was like, shit, how am I going to go into the show, like, not knowing... Like, I read it, I just don't know what the fuck. And you put it together for me right now, and I really appreciate that.
Like I said, this only took me... it does take a few read-throughs.
Yeah.
But it is a very heavy... There's so many moving parts happening, and the fact that they're all in play after just 5 issues is pretty mind-boggling.
Look at his horse.
Oh my god, the horse.
Look at his fucking space horse robot. How fucking cool is that shit? Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Look at that.
And Space Horse, by the way, is just as deadly as Death.
I love Space Horse.
Space Horse is awesome.
Whole face, Space Horse. Super into it.
It is and there's things like this. This was amazing. Like the when they meet the first bartender, you come to find out he's got this little tiny creature living in his skull that's shaped like an eyeball that he's like kind of like keeping hostage. Like there's some pretty gnarly.
There really is some cool ass shit.
And I think I'm going to go out on a limb and say that with everything else that's going on with the plot and how dense it is and how heavy it is, and it's almost like Hickman tells a story through like heavy, imagery as opposed to like actual words.
Yeah.
It's really good. It's a bunch of pictures. I love pictures. I love pictures telling stories.
Some of these are really iconic. I love just, Death walking out the door. I'm in love with the dialogue.
Yeah.
Some of the dialogue is absolutely amazing.
The Native American shaman, like, witch doctor people, I fucking love. They're all black and white. It looks like they look like ink blots. It's fucking so cool. They're 2 of my favorite characters.
What else? What else was there something like kind of like that stuck out for you guys with this?
Without the whole telling the spoilers about what happens with the wall and the house and Death coming, and then there's a whole like the thing with the president there at the end of this book right here.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I said, they need to read it. This is one that if you're into like a nice long forever book,
Right.
this is a good one. Or if you like period stuff, if you're reading Manifest Destiny, you would really like this one.
Yeah.
Manifest
I think
Destiny is another one. It's like Lewis and Clark with fucking aliens. It's great.
Right. God, and I mean, I loved all the scenes when Death finally finds his wife again, and it's not necessarily the happiest like reunion ever.
Oh, it's so cool. It's epic scenes.
I love to see Death very vulnerable when he's around her. It's really crazy to see such a powerful character because they made a point to tell you how powerful Death is, and then just to see him whimper at the side of this woman is really powerful, I think.
Yep.
Like he turns into this like, you know, I don't know. I like it.
I like it too. It's what love does.
Yeah, I think that's kind of. I mean, there is the story of. It is the story of like death, all things coming to an end, but what prevails over that? It's love.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And like I said, it does. If you're a big fan of Preacher, I think this book is definitely up your alley. The comic and the book. Like I said, there are elements of Space Cowboy. Again, especially like because Ian loves things based on religion that kind of get turned on their head, or like they actually show the truth of it. There's a lot of those elements at play. So that's why I was always really enjoying East of West. But I've definitely learned, I do love this series. I've definitely learned that I had to fall off of the buying the individual issues. It does so much better in trades. But it is, I mean, Hickman does definitely throw like some very heavy ideas at you.
And then when they show you the kid.
Yes.
Oh yeah. So
let me show that. That's my favorite part.
No,
that was literally my favorite part.
That's so bad for me.
But it's also a huge payoff.
We might not be talking about the same thing.
The baby? Well, they're not baby, but
I'm gonna go there. I'll show it.
Yes! Oh my god, favorite page of the entire volume, right there, right the fuck there.
Right the fuck there.
And apparently this kid is supposed to be the beast. He's believed to be the beast of the apocalypse.
And they thought he was dead, and then he's like, they would never kill him.
Yeah.
And the president and the government had him, and they're keeping him like that. So sad.
So come to find out that even though the rest of the Horsemen and this cult came and broke up Death's family, it has definitely been foretold that he was going to have a child.
Yeah.
And
it wasn't just like he had like this like Kal-El baby. They like show their relationship, her being pregnant, them delivering the baby, like the baby actually being like a normal baby. I mean, it's a little white baby and the beast of the apocalypse, but it was still a very normal thing, you know?
Yeah, and it gets really scary because you realize that these people really are, like I said, they're enabling the apocalypse. They want it to happen. So now that they have this baby and they've had it for like the last 10 years, they have it hooked up to all these machines, and they're educating it. They're trying to get it up to speed. They're trying to make it like the best it can be. And it's like at 10 years old, the kid's already like a super genius.
Yeah.
Like,
it's heartbreaking, too, because at one point the machine asks him something, and then the machine is like, oh, how do you feel about that? And then the kid is like, I don't know what you mean. I don't... Yeah. Feelings? What is that? You know what I mean? Shit, bro.
And then imagine what maybe he could be a normal, like, they could have been raising him as a normal kid.
Mm-hmm.
That's sad to me.
And there's, I mean, I love that we took Space Cowboy, but we've also thrown in all this awesome Native American imagery and, like, legend and myth along with following who Death is, which that makes perfect sense. A lot of it really is what Native American history has taught us about death and what they view death as.
And a nice adult story with good continuity, and it's gnarly too. There's a lot of freaking blood and guts. Our favorite.
Blood and guts and nudity.
Nudity? It's good. It's just a good
definitely a mature read. And I also think if you're a huge fan of Tokyo Ghost, I think this is really up your alley. Really,
oh, I think
it's up there. It's up there in the indie top 20 category. You know what I mean? There's definitely a top 20, and it's up there.
Oh, and
one thing that was really nice to see was that this title is like on issue 26, you said? Like, it's nice to see that stories can go that long, even today.
Mm-hmm.
Not many titles have been able to achieve that ever since, Marvel and DC have made it the norm to reboot their shit every 6 months.
What are you? Did Savanna just like?
I thought I had it sitting like right here. I just wanted to see what number it was.
She was just gonna blind pull out exactly what she was looking for without even looking.
I wish I had that kind of skill. I shuffled things around looking for fucking all my Civil War stuff.
Oh, also things I want to talk about, dude. The dialogue.
Oh yeah, the dialogue was great. Oh, we did talk about Han Solo.
We'll talk about Han Solo at the end.
Okay, sorry. Don't let me forget.
Okay. All right. Also, man, there's like some character moments that happen in this book where you're like, holy shit, this person is not fucking around. Like you're watching, like we learned so much about the woman that Death fell in love with by some of her actions, and she pulls some gnarly shit.
Yeah, it's 26. She pulls some gnarly shit.
Is Kirk frozen?
Oh, I thought he was mad I interrupted him.
Oh, he'll come back. He's frozen for sure. But I think what he's alluding to are some of the decisions that she ends up making at the last minute, like
Hi, Kirk.
with her sister and her father, and just literally being a badass, crazy motherfucker. And it's so nice to see a female character, have the fucking pants in a title.
And standing up for what she thinks is right, and how the shit that they are preaching, it's like that whole like religious persecution thing. It's not religion, but it's the same shit. Like, this is wrong.
Yeah. That's exactly what I was about. Thank you, Ian. You said it way better than I was going to.
Yeah. If you were talking, sorry, you were frozen.
No, I froze. I was like, oh good, they picked it up, thank God. And by the way, all those little things that she does to her fucking family, like to make a point and to make a statement, those are the things that I would definitely expect Death to look at and go, yeah, now you know why I love her.
Yeah.
That's mom.
That's why that woman has my heart.
And to see a character like her just have so much power over Death, the reason why I'm gonna continue reading this title as of today is because of the relationship between Death and what's her name? I'm sorry.
I know she's House of Now.
Xiaolin.
Yeah.
Xiaolin. Okay.
Xiaolin.
Yeah, that's what I remember. The name you can remember every day, like Jessica. So let's just call her Jessica. So I love the relationship between Death and Jessica.
No.
Now I think Death has a relationship with Jessica Jones. I'm like,
all right. No.
Sorry, I can't remember that name.
We'll just call her X. Her name's
X. Okay, X. That's better. The relationship between Death and X.
Yeah. Man.
I think I put Savanna into a coma with that one.
No, okay. You're good. I'm just kind of high. That's all.
That's all.
And I'm melting. The heat does things to me, and I'm sick, and I like died at the gym today. I shouldn't even have gone.
Ah, dude, delirium, man.
I'm melting. Can we talk about how hot it still fucking is?
Sometimes it's 9:45 as of us doing this live stream, and it's still fucking hot.
I know.
It's ridiculous.
Okay, what else do we need to talk about East to West?
I think that's pretty much like the dialogue is really amazing to read. I love the character interactions. I love that. God, like I don't want to give too much away because I want people to say that. I mean, but like there's stuff that like we're talking about X and like some of the things she does, but she's got a sword in her hand. She's about to execute somebody, and it says, "I will miss you. The world will not." And then the next scene is just decapitation, and you're like,
"Yeah, the writing is insane."
Fuck.
Very well written.
I can understand why Hickman was one of my favorite writers for Marvel, but he does tell long form storytelling.
Whoa.
So I know us talking about this tonight has definitely been us like, okay, I hope we got the story straight. Okay, yeah. I know there's a lot of stuff to take in all at the same time. Okay, I know it's talking about like a lot of legendary stuff and like mythology, but I don't want that to turn you off. If you're looking for a heavier read that's going to probably have a massive payoff,
yeah,
I think East to West.
Yeah, totally. It's like that book, that Autumnlands book, Tooth and Claw. Are you reading that, either of you?
No.
It's such a fucking cool-ass book, but it is so long, and it has so much story. they've kind of transcended into the way that they tell stories for like stupid people with pictures.
Okay, cool.
Like they get these intense ass stories out in these smaller panels with less words. But a book like East of West is a super deep story. Like one you have to actually read and absorb. And this Autumnlands book is like, you gotta fucking read that shit. But it's so worth it. And there's few books that are actually worth it. Because I've read some wordy ass garbage.
Yes. I think definitely like East of West demands your attention. You can't be doing something in the like, you know, like, oh, I've got like a podcast going on while I'm reading, or I'm listening to music while I'm doing this. Like, you gotta be fucking in this book.
And it's one you gotta read first. Like, it's what I put on the top of the stack so that I totally get it. It's not an end game. It's not a finisher. I love how we categorize our books.
Kind of have to.
It's not a pop shot. It's a foreplay.
It's a foreplay?
It's a foreplay.
Okay. So East of West is the king of foreplay comic books.
Yes. Indie. On the indie scale.
Yeah, it's kind of how I leave Grayson for the end.
I gotcha.
It's your warm-up. You gotta warm up before you do things.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good one.
But I like the fact that you leave Grayson for the end in your stack, dude. That makes a lot of sense.
Yes.
Naturally.
I can't. I have to wait to be hot and bothered.
Thor,
By the way,
Triangle.
with a fan in your hair and just looking majestic as fuck.
I know. The whole episode has been great.
I'm jealous.
Wait, what? Who's looking majestic as fuck?
You are.
Why?
You've got the Madonna like air fan going on.
Oh, shut up.
And your eyes black. It's so nice.
What? I don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, I'm so glad that Samurai Ox brought this up, and hopefully we can keep that conversation going. He actually literally pulled over to be a part of the conversation for like 20 minutes.
Aw, buddy. You're so cool.
Just awesome. So yeah, can we please keep that conversation going? I think this is a book that we need to go revisit again in a few months.
Yeah, it's on like volume 4 already.
Yeah. But don't worry, Hickman never makes his deadlines, so we'll catch up in time.
Yeah, and I mean, as wordy as it is, it doesn't take a lot of time to read because it flows well.
Yeah, absolutely.
You don't have to struggle through reading it. It's just a lot to take in.
So, yeah.
We struggle with words.
What?
What? I have to read it? Oh, this is why I read comic books, because I hate words.
I love words. That's why I love comic books.
I know.
So we forgot to talk about Han Solo really quickly. I'm gonna let Savanna take that one.
Okay. Yay. Han Solo.
What's a Han Solo?
Can we just close his screen for like 5 minutes? Close the curtains on that.
I'm a Star Wars.
I'm a Star Wars. Han Solo got his own series. Finally, of all the people getting series and I don't think it's a one shot or like a limited run. I didn't look into it further, but it was a #1. It didn't say like one of whatever.
Right.
Anyway, I don't have it near.
I do. Hold on a second. Keep talking.
Who is writing it?
It's written by Lou, who is doing Monstrous right now for Image.
Yes,
Go.
Marjorie Liu and Mark Brooks. Mark Brooks is doing the art, and I love his fucking art. It's so great. It's super comic booky, and it falls really well with the like continuity of how the Star Wars book has been. And I think this week the Star Wars book was actually an Obi-Wan fill-in, and
Yes.
I love those Obi-Wan fill-ins. I don't give a fuck that it's even a fill-in because I love it. It's so great. It's like him watching over baby Luke and him being a fucking bantha herder on Tatooine. It's great. It's super simple and it's super clean. Anyway, back to Han Solo. He is, how did it start? Being a smuggler, obviously.
So I've got the issue here. You keep talking. I'll start showing it off. It's obviously Han in a bar drinking.
Han in a bar drinking? Hold on, I'm finding it.
Han in the bar drinking. This art looks absolutely amazing. It's super busy. There's a lot of shit going on.
Anyway, so he is getting, Leia is looking for him because she needs him to do some shit, and he's like, okay, what do you need me to do? And apparently there's a mole in the rebellion, and there's a lot of great dialogue in the beginning of the book leading up to this point where he finds out that they need him to infiltrate a huge race that runs across 3 planets, and they need the Millennium Falcon because it's super low profile and it will fit in with all the other shitty class of people. They
It's pretty much a space version of Cannonball Run.
Yes, very much so. But it's with Han Solo and doing an awesome shit. And then, fucking what else? Oh, I hate not having this book in front of me. Oh, I got another pile right here. Hold on. Hold on.
What's an Obi-Wan Kenobi?
You're doing this on purpose, you little shit.
What the fuck is a Wookiee?
What's a Wookiee? Hashtag what's a Wookiee? Somebody I can't find it. I don't know where it is. Anyway,
I never understood the sentence, I am your father.
Ian has never seen Star Wars, guys.
Not one frame.
Doesn't want to. Doesn't care. He's one of those don't give a shit about Star Wars, but he knows how I know Star Wars.
I've never had the reason to watch Star Wars. There's a
difference. Reason to watch Star Wars? It's fucking Star Wars. Star Wars in the Stars. Who doesn't want that? Like, based off the title, there's no reason to not see that shit. Anyway.
I'm laughing so much it hurts.
Fucking Han Solo was awesome. He goes into a bar. There's Han Solo things happen. Princess Leia's like, hey, we need your hunk of junk to go and figure out these moles. We're going to give you all the fucking check-in points, and whoever fucking doesn't check in is our mole, or whoever does go is our mole, and blah, 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 blah. And there was some other shit that happened, and they get attacked like in the first book. Oh,
they get
the
attacked
racers.
in the first book. Come to find out that that's a part of the race.
Yes.
And then also, I like this scene where it's Han Solo being like, I'm super smooth. I'm super Han Solo. I'm like drawn exactly like young Harrison Ford. Of course we should totally get a kiss. Shouldn't I? And then, boom. Leia totally socks Han, and I thought that was hilarious.
She decks him. It's young Leia, Han Solo, Harrison Ford. It's like a fucking splooge fest. It's amazing. Go read the Han Solo book. Hopefully they keep that one going. Mark Brooks' art is awesome. I'm really excited for where the story goes. It's an adventure, guys. It's a space adventure.
Yes, the art is absolutely fantastic, by the way. And like I said, I couldn't believe that it was Marjorie Liu who is writing Monsters right now for Image Comics, which I have not got caught up on yet. But that is a beautiful book.
Good for her. She's writing fucking a Han Solo book. Like, hell yeah. That's a huge deal.
Yeah, and it's just one of those things where with Marvel doing these Star Wars comics, they're getting the best talent for these books.
They really are. Get what you pay
it's not
for.
going to go. It's not going to suck.
Yeah.
It's not going to suck.
Yeah. Has the first Star Wars trade come out yet? Yes.
I think so. Yes, I think it did.
Star Wars
finally.
People, fucking go get Jason Aaron's first Star Wars trade. It's incredible. Absolutely incredible. It's all the Star Wars you could ever imagine, done perfectly.
Also, this comic really kind of couple of things that I've gotten frustrated with Han Solo and the Star Wars comics was that I don't think they ever were quite drawing Han quite right, and no one was ever really capturing his voice quite perfectly as it was in the movie, except Jason Aaron a couple of times in the original series. But, dude, Lou gets Han's cockiness perfect.
Yeah.
It's almost like, okay, this is gonna be super dorky. I'm sorry. We do a comic book show on the internet. Fuck it, I'll be a dork.
Fuck it.
It's almost like this is the Han Solo, but it's Harrison Ford from American Graffiti with all the hot rods. Does everyone remember that movie? It was his first movie.
Totally.
Right. Okay, it's that cocky Han Solo, Harrison Ford, but in this Star Wars comic.
It's so awesome.
So
I really loved it. I don't care if there was anything bad about it. I loved all the good parts.
Poor Ian. Fucking kill me.
I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. No more Star Wars. Are we done now?
No, please geek out. Go ahead. I just don't have anything to.
My geeking out is like 5 minutes of sputtering about things that I like. So. Sorry.
Oh, that was great.
Like a broken old car.
So yeah, that was pretty much it. I think that's the episode tonight.
Number 17. We're getting old, guys. We're almost legal. Do we get to
Almost
get
legal.
bloody on the 18th? 18th birthday?
I feel like we should
Somebody
do
take me to
it.
prom. Oh,
What?
that would be funny. That would be funny.
On
What
our
should we do for the
21st episode, we should drink. We should take shots for
Instead
every time.
of the bell, do shots.
Dude, every time there's so good, Bell shot.
21st episode 21. We're getting loose, guys. Loose.
Oh.
We're gonna have to move it to a Friday though. I don't know if I can do shots on a Sunday night. We're gonna have to move
We'll
it
try to figure something out.
We're gonna have to move it to a drinking night.
We'll do
A
it on
drinking night,
Saturday.
Well, maybe I can. I have no problem taking time off of work to drink with you guys on the
absolutely. You have
Saturday
to
night.
work.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
Oh,
could take
maybe I can
Monday
do that.
off. If I have enough advance, I can take that Monday off so we can just get wasted.
How about we make sure that you eat and hydrate and take some ibuprofen and some B complex, and you'll be.
You're talking to a professional here, man. I'll help you out.
We'll get you good to right as rain.
Yeah.
I'll try not to say so good very often.
Jonathan said episode 21 is just going to be 30 minutes long after everyone passes out drunk.
Hey,
Like,
I don't like that much. We only got like 5 bells this episode. That's good.
only so far. It was just the introduction of it.
Mm,
I'm really excited. This is the bell I'm using tonight. This is from the Hollywood Tower of Terror from Disney.
Turr!
But I'm really bummed because they're probably going to change that to Guardians of the Galaxy ride soon. Yeah. That's why I had to go get some Tower of Terror swag.
As much as I love Guardians, I'm kind of bummed about that, but I'm pissed at Disney as a whole.
I love Guardians, but I think like they've got a good thing with that ride. I don't know why they have to redo it.
I don't know. There's always an hour wait, so they must be doing something right.
Yeah, the ride. By the way, a couple of my friends that actually watch this would be like, Kirk, you hate that ride. I do. I have a love-hate relationship with that ride.
I love that ride.
They always, because I won't go on it unless someone forces me to go on it.
I like
And
to
then-
lift my feet up off the thing while it's going.
No, that's horrible.
Floating.
That's horrible. Ian, do you know what Tower of Terror is? This is how we'll end the episode about talking about how fucking horrible this ride is and why I keep getting forced to go on it.
It's
I've
not
only ever
horrible. It's awesome.
once.
You've only been to Disneyland once?
Did you go to California Adventures?
No.
Tower of Terror
Okay.
is on the other side.
Yeah, so they have this ride called Tower of Terror, and it's based off of the Hollywood Tower Hotel, which was presumably like haunted. I don't think it is now. Now it's haunted by really rich yuppies because they redid it. But it's also a Twilight Zone themed ride, which I think is very fucking cool.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds
And-
awesome.
Yeah, it's great. And you get into this little thing, like this little carriage, and it takes you up, and it's like,
It
it's
launches you up to the top of the tower, and it tells you the fucking spooky ass story, and you get this like 3D view, and you see ghosts happening before you, and then it opens the window and it drops your ass, and then it shoots you back up, and then it drops your ass.
But what Savanna is not even explaining is how much this ride fucks with you. It fucks with you so hard. Because first, like, you're in the ride, and then it starts to shake,
It's like
and then it'll
like
drop you, and then it raises you up really fast, and then it drops you again, and then at one point, it takes you all the way up to the top, and, like, the doors open, you can see all of California Adventure and all of Disneyland, and it's about to take your picture because you're about to, like, shit yourself because it's going to drop you. But the ride does this horrible fucking thing where it starts going like,
It shudders, so like it'll go like a little bit, and then a little bit more, and then it'll go up higher, and then a little bit, and then up higher, and then it'll drop you all the way. It's fucking so fun.
I don't like a roller coaster that fucks with you. I don't.
Ruby rode that when she was 2, over and over again.
Ugh.
She loved it. She loves it. So fun.
I still get forced on it, and I still freak out every goddamn time I go on it.
Awesome. It's because you feel your guts in your throat.
Yeah, it sucks.
Imagine being in a cat carrier on like a fishing pole, being dropped and pulled back in a laundry chute over and over and over again.
That's the worst way you could have put it, but it's actually very close to being accurate. So I had to go get some like Tower of Terror stuff before they close it down. I also got this little thing I thought was really cute. I never collect pins, but I thought it was a really cool key thing.
Because keys. Meh. I
Yeah.
feel you, bro.
Feeling the keys.
Feeling the keys.
So, yeah.
But are you guys gonna call it soon? I just have one more thing to talk about. If you guys are gonna call it.
Yeah, no.
I'm
Talk about
done.
it,
You
dude.
go.
So you guys know I'm like the deal guy. I know where to find the deals.
Hell yes.
I just want to kind of showcase some of the titles that I heard Savanna and Kirk mention on this episode. At one point, it could have been just a brief, whatever. But East of West is on Amazon for $6.29 if you're interested in
Fucking
reading it.
get it.
Okay. Sender Volume 1 is on Amazon for $6.80. Autumnland is on Amazon for $6.83, and Lazarus is for $6.15 if you want to get a cheap first volume to get yourself into a title. Amazon is the place to be right now. They have a lot of $6 deals on volume 1s, so if you want to check that out, do it.
Oh, dude, so that's it. Everything we just recommended, go fucking buy it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
everything's for
go
$6.
buy it.
Volume 1.
For $6, because those are $20 volumes in a bookstore.
Yeah, I think what was East of West was
Maybe 15 or 16. I don't know.
No way. The first volume of The Beauty is for $4.98.
What the fuck are you waiting for, guys? Go get that.
Buy books on Amazon.
Go, and especially if you don't have a comic book shop near you. Go do that shit.
Yeah.
Dude, are you kidding me? Neil the Geek Father just totally entered the chat.
Neil
He's from
the
the UK.
Father. What time is it over there?
Dude.
Like fucking dawn?
6 a.m.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
that's right.
awesome that you're here.
Good morning.
I feel bad. I think the episode's about to end, but it's good to talk to you, dude. Oh.
Good morning.
And, dude, I have a bone to pick with Neil. He needs to read a bunch of titles I gave him. I hooked him up with like 10 titles. He hasn't read one. Not one.
Not one.
He does have kids.
I
He
have
could.
a cat.
He could.
It's just as hard to raise a kitty than
Put him in a closet and give him a cookie.
How about he just reads them witches as a bedtime story as he's putting them to bed? Yes.
Too. That too.
Yes, do that. So, all right. Was that the episode?
Episode 17.
Episode
Yeah.
17?
Final Fantasy 17. What?
Were you going to say anything else?
It was 50% smarts, Savannah, and 50% my hair. Just covering.
Dude, epic hair day, bro, with the fan.
This show is
Need the
just becoming
phone.
about your hair now. I
Yeah.
couldn't even. I was so tired, I didn't even bother. That's hat hair
I
for
haven't
Honor.
brushed my hair in like 3 days. I don't think I've washed it in that long either. It's like pool hair, gym hair, totally gross. You guys are really lucky you can't.
I wish I had special effects on this chat because then I would just draw like squiggly lines just radiating off of you.
As long as they're purple and sparkly, I'm fine.
A little poop emoji right on top.
Just right here floating like a sim thing, just like
Yeah.
right here.
That works.
Or just little
Great.
like butterflies, but without the butter. Or like Pigpen.
It's just flies.
It just flies.
It's pinky flies.
I'm gross.
Ew. That's okay.
Ew.
Wait, so what's the hashtag for this episode? It has to be hashtag ball soup.
Hashtag balls. Dude.
I thought it was like no boobs or boobs
Ugh.
something. Boobs, yes. Yes, boobs. Always yes, boobs.
I don't know. Last episode's hashtag was
It's
fish
all
oil.
boobs. Yes, all boobs.
Yes. All boobs.
Hashtag yes, all boobs.
Forever.
All boobs
are
matter.
Forever.
All right. Anyways, tell everyone where we can find you guys on the internets. Ian, go.
Ian Alexander on everything with the exception of Facebook.
I also
Pretty much.
do not have a Facebook. I have a Rancor, and you can find me at Galactus Hungers on Instagram and Tumblr, Hydro_Horny on Twitter.
And
Even
if you
though-
want to check out her tattoo, she has it on her Instagram, so go follow that shit.
Woohoo! If I allow it.
Heyo.
Oh yeah, it's
Hey.
private, so you have to be accepted into the fold.
And
like
that's purely at my discretion. So good luck with that, because I'm a dick.
That's okay. I'm starting to realize, like, social media, you kind of have to be a dick a little bit.
Yeah. Just gotta put your motherfucking foot down sometimes and stomp it into the ground.
I hate to say it, but I've definitely been a dick like twice this week with people. I'm like, dude, that's not fucking cool. Back the fuck off.
Yeah, I've been avoiding civilization. Thoroughly disappointed with all of you. Me and Chip were talking about wood or wooden purge.
Which purge would be the best one?
Meh? I don't know.
Anyways, and also you can find me at Kirk Likes Stuff on Twitter, and I have an Instagram, and it's just me and my dog. And
really cute dog, though.
Your dog's fucking. She's dead right now.
She's
not
melting.
even having it.
Poor baby.
Yeah. In fact, she's just nothing but fur and ears. That's it.
Talk about dead. Do you see that lump at the end, right in front of my bed?
Oh, Rhaegar, it's okay, buddy. Winter is coming.
No, it's
Winter
not.
is-
Yes, it is, Ian. Winter's coming. Haha. Stark for life.
Oh my God! # Team Cersei. No Stark.
No, Cersei, she's such a dumb hoe.
I know, but so is Sansa. Do you think Sansa is smart?
No, I do not like Sansa. I wish that they would sew her mouth shut.
You just opened the can, man, and let me take the sardines out. Okay, I hate
I'm
Sansa.
Team Jon Snow. Team Jon Snow. Back from the dead.
Jon Snow. Okay, first of all, he had the most uneventful, most boring resurrection on television history. Sansa is just dumb and useless, and Bran got Hodor killed. Give me a break.
Not boring. He was dead. He could still be dead. That crazy bitch brought his ass back. Bless her. Thank you.
I wish I would have seen a spark or something. I feel like
she doesn't control fire. She's not a motherfucking flame princess. She sacrifices children and sees things in the flames.
And she gives birth to badass ghost babies, and I didn't even see smoke.
So did Daenerys. I didn't see smoke.
I saw fire. She walked out.
That was after. They're the same.
Woke up like he was just having a facial. I was just like, really?
Aw, facials all around.
Oh, keep going, guys. I'm having fun with this.
No, I just wanted to see Ian fucking with that shit-eating grin on his face because he went straight to facials, you big pervert. Kirk, end this, please.
What?
Alrighty, guys.
How did we go from resurrection to, like, bukkake parties?
Facials are perfectly healthy, okay? If you're not getting a facial on a regular basis, ladies, then you're doing something very wrong. Just saying.
Good night, everybody.
Anyway. Good night, everybody.
See ya.